So guys, welcome again to my life. We are now active, we are live now. So we're talking on some different issues happening currently in Nigeria. And protests have started in Lagos State over what this government are doing because Governor Sanwo-Olu in Lagos is doing more harm than good. But before I'll let you guys, or before I'll talk about that one, let's just look at this headline that say that barely 2 weeks after 8 persons were killed in two separate attacks carried out by gunmen in Congo and Zara communities, that in less than that means less than 2 weeks, that gunmen have already killed another 5 persons in council area. That means that insecurity in this country are finished. It's now down to zero. Because you can't tell me that barely 2 weeks that this thing happened, about 8 persons were died in that community. Then under five again we are tired. Then what? I ask my question. I ask the question: what are the government or what are the securities now doing over this issue of attack and insecurities happening currently in Nigeria? And guess what? The chief of staff, that is the chief of defense, came out to actually give a warning, or let's say give an assurance that okay, let me read the headline. Defense chief converses meeting as security chief brief Nigerians on situations in the country. So then and then someone now tweeted, because Nigerians are very funny. So that the look on Musa tells that everything around him is beyond his control. The Nigeria Army, Fulani Bandits, the African Liberation Army, and Simonepa, everything he is involved with is out of his control. The guy looks frustrated. If he knows what is good for him, he should just resign like Tinubu spokesperson, Ajuri Obare and Galele. So that's that everybody in the government should just resign. If the government is not doing well, the best thing to do is to resign. Because the president spokesperson was wise enough to resign. Because this government will eat you up until nothing is remaining in your life. That's how this country works. Because they don't even care about anything. And then another person, another that came out and said that though the country is hard, we should continue to pray for the progress and development of Nigeria. The youth should desist from engaging in unholy behavior such as yahoo yahoo, ritual killing, and prostitution. My question is, what are the government bringing in the table? Like, what are the government providing for the youth to be capable to be doing? Because now we have more of graduates that are on the streets. We have more of graduates that are doing nothing with their lives. We have more of graduates that don't have anything doing. And then you cannot come and say that they should stop Yahoo Yahoo or ritual killings or position when the government did not provide any job opportunity. Not single one opportunity is provided in this country. You see someone that going to school for 6 good years, studying law, and comes out, he's looking for a PS machine to start PS business. You can see someone that went to school for for 4 good years, 5 good years, and then become a graduate after all the school fees and the money wasted in university, and comes out of my starter package, and then there's no single job for them to do. And then you come out and then you are saying that the youth should not go into your wood. And truth, let's be truthful to ourselves. We know that the reasons why we don't have more or high insecurity in Nigeria is because of people that have less Yahoo Yahoo. Because the rate at which people are Yahoo Yahoo now have reduced insecurities. Time people that be doing the kidnapping and the rest, they've gone to learn Yahoo Yahoo. I want good thing about it that they teach you for free. You come, you go to HK, you learn, and you start working. That's how it works. And it's not their fault because these governments have actually used youth in this country useless. You don't have any business, you don't have anything doing, you don't have any way of getting money in this country. Most youth in this country can't even think or can't even vote of their next meal. And then you expect them to leave Yahoo Yahoo, ritual killings, and prostitution. I don't blame girls into that because guys these days don't give girls money because money is hard to come by. So girls are not looking for a way to make their own money, thereby going into prostitution. I'm not supporting this illegal act, but this is where the government have left us. The government have left us in a position where we don't have any choice again than to go into all these illegal acts and prostitution, yahoo yahoo, and ritual killings because man must survive. That is Nigerians slogan. Man must survive anyhow where you be. So that's how this government have left us. And I think this government are keeping us in this position on purpose so that they can keep on buying us. Like now, from point, they say that Nigerian politicians weaponize poverty. Seriously, I think the main reason why Nigeria is too poor is because the government have weaponized it. They know that since Nigerians are hungry, that they can actually make use of it to their advantage. That's why you see them bribing people with chicken change, peanut money, and people are succumbing to that bribe because people are hungry and people must survive. So that's why this government are using this opportunity of hunger and poverty to working against the Nigerians because this government have no single conscience about the people they are leading. They don't care about the citizens. They don't care about the well-being of the citizens. They don't care about anything. That's why there will be an. It's like let's say the what happened in Meduguri. That flood happened in Meduguri. Only thing the government could give was bags of rice. That's bribery because they know that people are hungry. So people can easily buy the idea of bags of rice. So anything that happens in Nigeria, the government rushes and gives bags of rice because you know that there is hunger. So that's the another way which they weaponize poverty in Nigeria. They know that people are hungry, so they bribe you with bags of rice. They bribe you with maggi, with salt, with chicken change, and that's the level where we are in this country, which is so bad. And this government knows what they are doing. And now people are now committing suicide. Like now, 54-year-old Nigerian man allegedly commits suicide in Lagos State. This same Lagos State, life has become so hard. And ADP yesterday, Rufai tweeted that a man that earns 500K in Lagos State can barely feed his family. And it's true because life in Lagos State has been so high. Life in Lagos State is very costly. Life in Lagos State is unbearable right now. And that's why the protests have started in Lagos State. Lagos youth have come. And like I said, we will talk about that headline in this video. But let's talk about this one first. Because Lagos State started their protest because hunger in Lagos State is at another level. It's unbearable. House rent in Lagos State is unbearable. Tax there is unbearable. Everything in Lagos State is unbearable. The tariff plan for light is unbearable. So people are now committing suicide just to go out of this life because Nigeria is more like hell. People are going through hell in Nigeria. People are really suffering in Nigeria, and the government are not doing anything about it. And that's the most annoying thing. And people have even come out to beg the government that please help us. The hunger is turning on us. The hunger is too much. People cannot even boast of their next meal. You see a parent that will suffer to train the children in school for 4 years, 6 years, and then when the child becomes a graduate, the parent is still struggling to train the boy because of what there's no job. Meant to be after you've gone to school and you got knowledge, you come out. The government should provide jobs for the masses, for the youth, but it's not in the case of Nigeria. Nigerians are leaving this country to go and look for greener pastures. I have a friend that traveled actually. Okay, may you so rest in peace. Thank you, Justin Times, for commenting because this is what you see, and this is not the only person that committed suicide because this country is killing the masses because they don't even care about the masses. That is the most annoying part of it. A good country that have a good leadership at least look for a way to make the life of the masses better, but not in the case of Nigeria. They make it more harder and harder. Just take a look at Lagos, where they increase school fees, their body fee from 35,000 naira to 100,000 naira. How do they expect the masses to survive with that amount of money? This is the level where we are in this country, where the government don't care about the masses. It's very sad, and people are committing suicide. And this is not the only report of suicide that I've gotten, but I just wanted to show you guys, share one, to see that this is the level where we are in our country. So these are the things happening. People are dying. Hunger is too much in this country. The government needs to wake up and do something about it. Now, the most important part of this thing is that the federal government have failed. The state government have also failed because the state government are the ones that are meant to stand up and work for their state because we are the governor of that state for a reason. Because we are there to make life of a resident so peaceful and easy. You can take a look at Governor Alex Oti, making the life of Abians very sweet and smooth, but not in the case of other governors. They are there to lose money. Only thing I can tell that the governors are doing in Enugu State, let me give you an example now, because that's where I've seen results. That the only thing the government is doing there is building roads. But roads cannot reduce the hardship in the economy. Road cannot reduce the hardship in that state. I think the best thing they should do is Look for a way to bring up a job opportunities for the youth so that after you graduate from school, you can have something you are doing with your life. In Nigeria, a graduate don't have anything meaningful to do with their life, which is so bad. This should stop, and this government needs to do something about it. That's why the protests in Lagos have started. And Sowore is pushing this protest because that's the only way we can voice out our anger to this government. But guess what? This government seems to not have human sympathy. So I know where a country can come out and protest for 10 good days, and the government did absolutely nothing about that protest. Nothing. Did not even achieve one of our demands. Yet they went ahead to increase fuel price, to increase the cost of living. They keep on increasing things, not minding that people are dying, people are hungry, people hardly get work, people don't have things doing, people are begging on the streets, but the government don't care. You see them coming with convoy of SUVs worth millions of naira. It's in Nigeria that Nigeria are facing hardship, but yet the government are renovating a toilet with 158 million. It's in Nigeria you see that people are hungry and the government are using 258 million to decorate a hall for the first lady. It's in Nigeria you see a lot of things. And I think Tinubu replied, let me look for that tweet. Tinubu replied to this government about this issue of first lady owning a car and the rest. Okay, I think I've seen this. So P2B answered, replied this government saying, in America, I have never heard they bought vehicles for legislators or the first lady. America does not waste funds. Then why should a struggling Nigeria do? This is why we need a new Nigeria. Seriously, we need a brand new Nigeria. When I mean brand new, I mean Nigeria that fresh. And the only way we can do that is two ways. If we can get a good leadership, or the government should just give us regional government. Let the Africans go, Hausas go, Yorubas go, and then let's know who and who and what is doing us. Because us, Nigeria can never be one because we have different agendas, we have different beliefs, and we have different cultures. My belief might be different from your own. Your own might be different from your neighbor. So that means we don't have the same goal. We have different goals because we believe in different things. So I think the regional government can work, and also if we can be able to get a good leader. P2B is saying the truth. There is no need giving legislators vehicles or the first lady amidst this hunger in Nigeria. Very Nigeria that the governors are bringing out money to buy SUVs for senators, SUVs for normal House of Assembly. Busting my brain is that a normal member of House of Assembly earns 51 million naira per month, whereas a professor in Nigeria earns barely 400k. And in Nigeria now, if you earn barely 400k, you are not living comfortably. You are still managing. If you are earning 400k in Nigeria as a family man, you are joking because you will be living a life of management. You will never enjoy life again in this country. But yet, a normal House of Assembly member is earning 21 million. Then for doing what? What are they even doing? What are those senators doing? So I'm going to say that why am I struggling to be a professor whereas I can struggle to be a politician in Nigeria because it now seems as if it's not the best job to do in Nigeria is just to be a politician. Just find a way and have a position in this country. You'll be earning in millions of naira in this country. P2B have so much talked about this country and P2B have already come out to give advice to Tinubu and his government that they should try and change this government, this country, from a country that consumes to a country that produces. But my another question is now, this country cannot produce. This is because of insecurity. Yet our own leaders are the ones behind the bandit attack we are having in this country. Go to the north now. Farmers are being terrorized by herdsmen. And then who are those people that are paying those herdsmen? They are our senators. Then tell me how again this country can work, whereas the leaders are the problem of this country, whereas the leaders are the ones sponsoring the insecurity in this country. And then they'll come out and say that we are trying our best. Which place are trying? Whereas we are the ones sponsoring the insecurities we are facing in this country. This government needs to do better because it's very sad and very annoying that a leader is support or is behind what is happening in the country. because those cows of those herdsmen are being owned by other senators. Because those times in the Senate meeting where they passed a bill that they should stop this issue of herdsmen eating up crops, the other senators said no, that they don't buy to that idea, that let them leave the herdsmen as they are because they are children. Then my question is, you knew that children and yet you now send them to the bush at tender ages to start running your cows to tell you that these leaders they don't have the masses in mind. Let's take a look at what happened in the 2023 election, where some talks were hired with 1.5, and then after they hired them and they destroyed the polling units and stopped the election then. After that period of time, what then happened? The government completely forgot about every single one of them. That's how wicked and heartless our governments are. They have done using you, they will wipe you away. They will not think about you. And I think that's why these northern people are crying more because they came out to support him because they are his brother. He said that my brother must rule Nigeria. So they came out to support Tinubu. And then Tinubu now won the election and forgot about them completely. That's why they are suffering and crying. And then the main Yorubas came out and said that Yorubas cannot be suffering, whereas my brother is the leader. That Tinubu must go because this is not what they planned or they intended. Because their plan was to support Tinubu, and then Tinubu will now come and make that better. But the reverse is the case because Tinubu doesn't send anybody. This government only thinks about themselves. And one thing about leadership is in this country that once we are already on seat and are benefiting, we will keep quiet. Take all these Igbo senators especially. I think they should be all shameful for themselves, shameful, and less shameful just and they should be ashamed of themselves. Because we how can you be sitting in a meeting like a senator in an Igbo land and then the Igbos are not safe, the Igbos are suffering, and then you keep quiet because they use money and close your mouth that you cannot differentiate between good and bad again. That's where in this country bribery and corruption have taken over Nigeria, and that's why Nigeria can never get better if we don't start from the root and start fixing this issue of bribe and corruption because that's the main thing that's eating us up in this country: bribery and corruption. You see a lecturer failing students purposely because he wants to extort money from them. Bribery and corruption is not even only in the Nigerian government, it's in every sector in Nigeria. In school, in church, a hospital, everywhere you go, there is bribery and corruption, and that is a lot of greed. And it's number one thing that kills our country is bribery and corruption and greed. Because tell me why a governor is earning amount of money and then he's still trying to steal more. Tell me why a senator is earning much amount of money and he's still trying to steal more. Tell me how those people are making more money in this politics and then they are still trying to steal more, if not greed. You see, greed and they have killed this country, bribe and corruption and greed. Tell me how Tinubu won this election, if not corruption in this country. What did they do? What game was played at the back? Who was paid money to shut up their mouth so that they will kill and sell their divinity for peanuts? Because there's no way it's so clear that those three units need to be one in all of them. But at the end of them, they give us Tinubu as president. We should not have any choice than to accept because that's what who the INEC gave us as the president. Which they resort or bought with taking change. Shameful. They are this our INEC people should be assured of themselves. You see these people called Judiciary, they should be so assured of themselves because truth is far from them. In fact, they don't want it to be called judiciary because they will filled with shame. The level in this country is a level where even in church, bribe and corruption is going on in church, greed is going on in church. How can you tell me that somebody in church is also greedy? In school is also the same thing. Your lecturer telling a student, telling the whole student, and then telling that they should pay 10,000 naira to start the course. Tell me what that thing is if it's not greed and corruption. So that it is so deeply in our country that we don't have any hope any longer of good better Nigeria than this country just give us general government. Because you see somebody that buys a good 10,000 naira and then he's selling it for 20,000 naira. Is that not greed? Yeah, you want to make 10,000 naira profit. Is that not greed? That's the level we are in this country. We are filled with greed and corruption. You see a business owner that bought a bill of 12,000 naira and then is being sold, and then not selling it at 55,000 naira to make extra 10,000 naira gain. That is greed, and that's why this country is not moving forward. I've said it is now greed and corruption. Then another thing is now insecurity. So far there is insecurity in this country, there will keep being hunger in this country because people can no longer go to their businesses, especially farmers, cannot go to their farmland these days now to get us crops to be able to sell for people to buy. So they cannot sell, they cannot harvest their crops because bandits are taking over the farmland with their cows. And once that if you talk, they will buy you. That's the level of stupidity we are in this country. The level of stupidity. And I was so ashamed of myself finding out that these bandits are being sponsored by some Nigerian leaders. So already exposed them that some bandits and some thugs are being sponsored and helped by our so-called leaders because our leaders are meant to protecting us from those who wrong. But guess what? They are the ones financing them. They are the ones equipping them. They are the ones giving them direction on what to do and how to run Nigeria and how to destroy Nigeria. So imagine a leader meant to make our life better is among those making our life harder. That's Nigeria for you. We are in a system where we are filled up with bad governance. So let me just read out that Lagos speech I said I want to show you guys at the end of this video. Lagos residents protest accuse Eko Electricity Company of extortion, fraudulent billing of 150,000 naira per compound. So they come out to protest. So unfortunately, Nigerians often okay, we're watching now. Unfortunately, Nigerian leaders often position themselves above the people, treating them as subjects rather than partners. The response to recent protests and crises shows that the government appears isolated from the everyday struggles of each citizen. That's just it. They don't care about the struggle of Nigerians. They don't care about what Nigerians go through. So imagine a whole 10 days protest that people came out in mass to air their anger and their demands to the government. And then the government eventually did nothing about it. The government did zero attempt to help and hear at least meet one demand of the country. The government failed to do so. A whole 10 days protest, government did not even come out. Only thing they are doing was sending police to steal tear gas and to pursue protesters. Are those police, are they not suffering? I need to question the policemen because how will they be chasing the protesters that are coming out to protest on their behalf? Because the police are the ones suffering the most because they stay under the sun day in day in day out, and then the government will pay them chicken change. And yet the people who came out to protest on their behalf for a better government, they have the mind to train tear gas. They have the mind to pursue people away. Then and then we still them that will go to checkpoints and be collecting 100 naira from commercial drivers, making those drivers not to have enough gain. Because in any states, in the east especially down, they have many checkpoints. Like if you move a short distance now, you need to checkpoint and you must give them money. Then let us say a commercial driver now, how much will the person now go home with at the gain? How much will they now go in at the gain? Because when you collect money, before you reach your destination, you paid almost 1,000 naira to the checkpoints because they must reach them. And then police people have the mind to come and be obstructing the protesters. Even if you are sent by the government, this government, what has the government done for you? That you'll be able to come out and then we are coming to stop the protesters. What have the government added to your life? It's not the same Nigeria that we heard that soldiers are leaving Nigeria to go and join the Ukraine army, to join Russia army. Is that not shameful? And is that not it's very shameful as Nigerians said to even hear that our army are leaving Nigeria just to go and visit and join other armies. Then here is the reason why they are leaving. Some persons have not paid their August salaries. And then they say that they don't have modern equipment. And then the government expects them to go and fight bandits, which them have equipped. And then they not equip our armies. And then they're sending them into their death den. This government knows the game they are playing. They are sending the armies into the battlefield to go and fight bandits, which them themselves are fully equipped, so that they will not be killing our armies. And this level where we are in Nigeria, armies are leaving the country to join other armies because of how other countries treat their armies. Because armies should be the priority of Nigeria. Armies are the security, they are among the security agents in Nigeria. So that means they should be taken full care of so that they can be able to provide full security to this country. But no, it's not in Nigeria. Nigeria better still spend money on nonsense things, irrelevant things. Because getting private jets for the government for Tinubu is not a bad idea, but it's bad because Nigeria is facing crisis. Everything has time. Nigeria is facing crisis now, which means that this is not the best time to get in those and that private jet that they got in. They should know what has the priority. In Nigeria, no one said priority. You see that the government has spent millions of naira in traveling. Just for traveling, he has spent millions of naira. The wife also has spent millions of naira just to travel. Is it not in Nigeria that we heard that the president wife, that Tinubu's wife, donated millions of naira to a foreign country to develop their hospitals? Whereas in Nigeria, we don't have any standard hospitals. Our leaders will travel outside the country just to get an medical checkup, and yet our leaders are the ones sponsoring a foreign country hospital, making their lives better, and then diminishing the lives of Nigerians. Then tell me how those people are called leaders, whereas they don't care about the nation, they care about other nations, not their own. Are you sure that these people are not sent to even destroy this country called Nigeria? But I keep on saying this thing. This is the payback that the APC are doing to Nigerians. But guess what? UK have been fired because UK, I know a lot of us have known the issue with UK. UK always feel like a god. UK always have this kind godly character that is a god that nobody can deal with him. So UK is to face disciplinary committee over anti-party activities. Continue to win that election now. UK hand is in it, and UK is in PDP. So what concerns a PDP member and an APC party? Can you imagine the level where this country don't have rules any longer? That an APC member and a PDP member is sponsoring the campaign of an APC member to win the election, which is not done in any country. If you're in this party, you have no business to do with another party. That's the level uncivilized we are in this country. You don't have any rule, you don't have any judge, because right now, all the judges in Nigeria are working for one person. So that means they cannot go against that one person because of what? Bribery and corruption. Everything still boils down to bribery and corruption. Our judiciary don't render justice any longer because of why? Bribery and corruption. This government have bribed our judiciary. That's why you see a governor that stole a huge amount of money, and then EFCC have done nothing about it. But don't see how EFCC are busting Yahoo boys and packing Yahoo boys because they see that those Yahoo boys don't have powers. The level where we are in this country is messed up. You see EFCC now that so clearly that this governor stole this money, but they not do anything about it because of why? Bribery and corruption. They pay them off, and then you see our boys now rush and pack them up, and then you now give them on social media that they are fraudsters, they are scammers. All of those politicians that are also scamming us. You honest, if not all the politicians in Nigeria are scamming us. They are scamming, and EFCC have turned blind eyes because of why? Bribery and corruption, which is so bad for this country. And it's not what the country needs now. This country needs a justice country. This country needs a rule of law. And it can only happen when we change government. We need a great government that will make our life better in this country. That's why somebody can just come up one morning, a governor can come up one morning and then steal this money and go scot free. Just take out the former Federated governor that is that stole 800 billion naira, that paid his student school fees in advance, and then the EFCC are yet to arrest him. EFCC are yet to detain him. EFCC are yet to question him, but yet the man is still roaming on the street free. Come back to Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu have been discharged by the court of law because Nigeria is not civilized and Nigeria don't have law. And Nigeria don't have law. That's why you will see Nnamdi Kanu is still in custody, whereas Mieti Allah have been released. Those persons that we know that have done more bad things in Nigeria are roaming the streets free. But Nnamdi Kanu that is free of charge is still in custody. The level of uncivilization in this country is too much. And I think that's what is killing us. Nigeria can never get better if we don't start from the root to address the main issues that is happening in our country. You have to address those main issues. If not, this country will keep on being at this stage because this country is finished. I will see you guys in my next live. We'll talk on more topics at night. Stay tuned and subscribe, connect because these guys top G happening in Nigeria. Stay tuned guys. See you at the night.